This episode of the Kind of Funny Gamescast is brought to you by the Dollar Shave Club. Guys, you don't need to choose between price and quality to get an amazing and affordable shave. DollarShaveClub.com is the answer. To prove how amazing the shave really is, right now they're going to give you your first month free to join the club. DollarShaveClub.com delivers amazing razors right to your door for a third of the price of what the greedy razor corporations charge. You need to join the club like I did. I've been looking damn good. Gia's been feeling up on my face, and she's like, damn, Tim, why are you so smooth? I'm like, Dollar Shave Club, baby. That's how it works. Go to Dollar Shave Club and pick a razor from their lineup of amazing blades. I've been using the Executive Blade with their Dr. Carver Shave Butter. And man, if you've never used shave butter, I'll tell you what, you got to try it. It's fantastic. The blade just gently glides with the smoothest shave I've ever had. Here is what you need to do. See why over 3 million members like me love the Dollar Shave Club. They're so confident in the quality of all their products. You can get your first month of the club for free. You just pay shipping. No big deal. After that, just a few bucks a month. No long-term commitment, no hidden fees. Go to dollarshaveclub.com/Gamescast. That's dollarshaveclub.com/Gamescast. What's up, guys? Welcome to the first ever episode 94 of the Kind of Funny Gamescast. As always, I'm Tim Gettys, joined by the coolest dudes in video games, Colin Moriarty and Greg Miller.
Hello, Tim.
How you doing?
Good.
Good.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
In a Vans shirt.
Vans shirt. I like this Vans
I've
shirt.
never noticed it was a Vans shirt before. You thought they only did shoes. Not no more, sir. They got shirts.
They make them shirts.
No
I
undershirt?
like it.
Or is it a
'cause it's
low?
half red, half blue. Looks purple. That's how that works.
Smart. That's a good point. I never thought that through. Wearing an undershirt or no undershirt? Is it a low undershirt? Usually
Low
I can see the
undershirt. It's the
undershirt.
low undershirt.
Here you're giving me a lot of skin. I like
You want
it.
that skin? Do you like that skin?
Kevin, give him the one shot there. Give him that skin. Give him the skin in the one shot. There it is. Look at that, Tim. Kind of Funny Gamescast. Every day, youtube.com/Kind of Funny Games. You don't have to rub it like that. That's not sexy. That's like you have that's like you have snot on you, we'll say. Or no, stop it. Stop doing that face. Definitely don't do that. That's definitely not what you wanted to do.
How are you doing, Colin?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Good. You guys been playing a lot of video games?
Yes.
I sure have.
Good.
I got 2 of the hardest fought platinum trophies the other night.
What did you get?
My name is Mayo, and then my name is Mayo again. PlayStation 4, PlayStation Vita, separate trophy list.
So what is this My Name is Mayo business?
This is an easy way to make money from trophy whores like myself, or people who care at all about trophies, just want simple trophies. 99 cents, cross buy, you get this game, 2 different trophy lists, and then you tap X. Or you tap the touchpad on the PlayStation 4.
Colin, do you have anything to do with this game?
No, I don't, believe it or not. I actually am
shocking.
struggling because apparently you can get the platinum in 45 minutes. You can get it on both platforms. I don't think I'm going to play it on principle.
You're not a trophy whore anymore. You're a trophy chaser.
Yeah, I was
Trophy
saying
hunter.
that I can easily pad my trophies and do that, but it just doesn't feel right.
It's going down a bad path.
Yeah,
It's like me
You
buying
came
an
back
amiibo.
from that.
yeah, it's like, what's the point?
I never came back from the bender of going for the easy platinums, doing the stuff.
I mean,
I
that
don't
was
have to work
years.
hard.
That was years ago.
I know, but you made a big deal one day where you're like, I'm not going to do that anymore.
No,
I'm
so
only
I'm-
getting platinums
I
I'm
respect
proud
you, Colin.
of.
Thank you. Yeah, so
Respect
I
your decisions.
Thank you. So I played a lot of Titanfall 2, beat it on master difficulty.
I wasn't done talking about My Name is Mayo. So you put it into bikinis, sometimes a whipped cream bikini.
Well, you put the mayo in the bikinis?
Yes. You put it in a banana suit at one point, and then just tap-a-roo. Tapping it nonstop. Tap, 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 tap. It's just a jar of mayo, Tim. You put a costume
It's ridiculous
on
that it even exists. Like, I just
It
refuse
is.
to play it.
it. It is. It is ridiculous. I agree 100% with that. Like, if you thought Taco Master was bad, let me tell you about this other game. That isn't even a game. That's just tapping.
Tap, tap, tap.
Tap, tap, tap-a-roo.
It's made for you, Greg.
Cool.
It is.
Cool. Well, okay, so Colin, Titanfall.
Titanfall, I beat it on master difficulty. Got all the collectibles.
And you agree with Greg Miller, right?
Yeah, I think that I think it's fine. I think it's a good game, a very good game. I just think that it's the people saying that this is like an amazing tour de force. I'm like, I don't think so. But I'm glad that if people like it. I also can't speak to the multiplayer component of it. I played one multiplayer match, pilots versus pilots. So I don't have a lot of perspective on that, and I didn't play the original game, so I'm not going to speak to that either. As we said on PS I Love You, but I have like 95 or 96% of the trophies. There's one trophy in there that's like really, really hard that I just don't think I'm going to get. So I think I'm just going to kind of let that one go. But it was I'm glad I played it. I enjoyed playing it. I just think the gunplay is good. I think being in Titan's a drag, which I know is weird because the whole thing is about that, or at least that's the hallmark of the game. I think that the pilot combat is great. I think it's fluid. I think it feels good. I think I never wanted to be in a Titan. Every time I got in a Titan, I was bummed that I was in it. So perhaps it's just not the game for me. And as I've started Call of Duty and I played that for 3 hours or so, it's just a far superior game. So at least in my perspective. So for a multitude of reasons actually, but so I really think that Titanfall, as far as the 3 shooters are concerned, having beaten two of them on the hardest difficulty and then playing one of them on veteran, which is the hardest difficulty. There's 2 difficulty levels that aren't even unlocked at the beginning. I don't know what they are, but
you get that YOLO mode, aren't you?
Yeah, I think YOLO mode's one, which is sounds.
Is it called YOLO mode?
Yeah, you only live once.
Wow.
So I feel like the trend has Call of Duty trending far ahead of Titanfall.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Call of Duty coming up, right? Because I have things to say about that too.
The second topic.
Second topic. Okay.
So
okay.
So I think that good time for shooters. If you like shooters, your multiplayer shooters, I'm sure I can't really speak to that again. But from the single player campaign perspective, I think Titanfall is the least interesting, and then I think Battlefield 1 obviously is there, and I think Call of Duty is. Someone said it, so I don't want to. It's not a unique thought necessarily. I don't know where I read it, but it doesn't even really feel like Call of Duty. That's what makes it so interesting.
You also played a bit of that NES Classic over the extra live stream.
Yeah, played quite a bit of it. It's great. Controllers cord is very it's
an issue.
It's actually like absurd. Like I don't even know what they were thinking. I don't even know what they were thinking with it. Why not even just make it wireless? But I think Nyko is doing third-party wireless controllers, which is cool. It's a nice little setup. I'm really especially excited for people that just don't have experience playing these old games to have an easy and nice way to play them as they are meant to be played. I played through all of Mega Man 2, for instance. It feels fantastic. I played Super Mario 3 for a while, played Super Mario 1 for a while, played Castlevania 2, played The Legend of Zelda and Zelda 2, played...
Are there games in this machine that aren't available on Virtual Console?
Well, I think the important thing is that they are recreated more faithfully than they are in Virtual Console. Virtual Console is really dull, and the colors are just... It's like the brightness is turned down on a lot of the things. So it's like these are like how they're supposed to be.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I mean, it is kind of just, I don't get the appeal from getting to play these games again standpoint, but having them all in one place with the original controller.
Yeah, the original
and all
controller,
that stuff.
especially like we were talking during the unboxing, having a controller that isn't all gross and yellow and isn't worn out as all shit. Like that's cool. And I understand the form factor is cool. But yeah, just the excitement surrounding it as an outsider who has no nostalgia for the NES. I'm just like, haven't you been able to play these games for a while?
Yeah, but I think it is having all of them in one place that's not the Wii U or the Wii. I think that it goes a long way for Nintendo to distance themselves from those systems because people hate them so much. So it's like this just being hey, here's the stuff you like. Just take it. I think
it's definitely a way more easy entry point. I understand for people who are lapsed gamers who have great memories of these and want it for just $60.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome. I disagree with you guys. I think it's in terms of I understand exactly why people want it. There's no a combination of better, more important games anywhere than what's on this particular piece of hardware. Like if you look at the top 25 or even 50 games of all time, more than about half of them are on that thing. It's pretty significant actually. Mario 3 is on there, original Mario, 2 Castlevania games, a Mega Man game, Ninja Gaiden. I mean, there's really 2 Zelda games. For people that that's what I was saying. For people that have these games or have access to them, I guess you don't really need it unless you want to have some kind of cheap. I mean, it's cheap. It's not really going to break the bank. But for newer gamers or for younger gamers or for less experienced gamers, I think that this is an amazing purchase. I can't think of a better deal actually than the amount of the original Final Fantasies on this thing. It's a lot of bang for your buck here. I think it makes perfect sense, and I hope it does really well. I hope we get more of them.
I'm not saying it doesn't make sense. I mean,
I don't know what you're disagreeing with. I was asking just be explained why it's important.
I just think that all the games are available in other places, but they are better on this than they are there. The cord thing is a really weird misstep for Nintendo. That, and I think that they're going to have a lot of issues with keeping up with demand of it. But
yeah, sure,
that's a classic Nintendo.
What do they care?
Problem.
Yeah, they have a hot toy for Christmas. Great.
Yep, sell it out and call it a day.
Yeah.
Also, other things that happened: Mass Effect Day. There was a cinematic trailer, and they announced the trilogy backwards compatibility on the Xbox One. What do you guys think of the trailer?
Fine,
it's fine. I don't even really want to see anything else, to be honest. I'm good.
I was alarmed there wasn't more to it. I thought there would be more gameplay in it. I thought there'd be a release date. I'm not confident that they're going to hit the spring thing. I think that they're letting the bad news sit for as long as possible, but we'll see. I heard rumors from, in the chat or whatever, people talking about obviously there's the whole Game Informer layout, but then there's supposed to be more, I guess, at Game Awards, the chat was telling me. So remains to be seen. I mean, it's Mass Effect. I'm excited. The storyline sounds cool. You know what I mean? That, hey, we got sent out there and you're the, the child of these people and you're the Pathfinder now. That's you. You got to go out there and, continue humanity, continue this mission. That sounds really cool. I'm excited to see what that's about.
The trailer did end saying spring 2017. Do you think that they would have not had that if they didn't think they'd hit it?
Yeah. I mean, companies lie to you all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. They put out release dates and release windows they know they're not going to hit, but they continue on. This is like the fucking Persona argument, right? Where I was like, there's no way Persona... Oh, no, but they say... The website says this year. I'm like, all right, hold your breath. See what happens.
We'll see. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Kind of Funny Gamescast. Each and every week we get together, talk about video games, all the things we love about them. If you want to get it early, you can go to patreon.com/kindoffunnygames. If not, you can just get it later on youtube.com/kindoffunnygames. Either way, we love you and support you in your decisions in life. Greg.
Yeah.
You've been playing a little bit of that Watch Dogs 2.
Watch Dogs 2.
How many hours you put into it?
I would say 2 hours.
2
Watch
hours,
Dogs 2
okay.
has been logged so far.
You got it this morning?
No, I got it last night, and then internet was running like garbage at home, so it took forever to download, but I still put in 45 minutes an hour, and then I got in early to work today, and I've been playing whenever I have the
I want to hear
downtime.
everything you have to say.
You are
about
going to
it.
love this game.
Me, personally?
Yes.
Okay.
This is a Tim Gettys ass game in terms of everything that's happening in it. I was just playing it a second ago, and what I was thinking about is, and this is going to sound weird, so stick with me. In terms of, and I'm talking about probably PS3 on, GTA jumped out, right? It started trying to be grounded and real. Like when you think of Nico and you think of GTA 4, right? And I'm not talking about the DLC, which I guess is a little bit different, but those worlds they were trying to make feel real. And then when they come out with GTA 5, it's bright, but it's not, it's, still dealing, and it's got the GTA funniness and the commentary on society, but it's all over. Like, it's like, this for some reason, what I'm playing with the Watch Dogs right now reminds me of the PS2 GTAs on a current console in terms of it is a bright, fun story. You have my problem with Watch Dogs 1, right, was we're Aiden and we have some horrible, I think it was his nephew was killed or whatever. So there's this like dark cloud of like why you're out doing all this shit. Whereas here, you're this hacker, right? You're retro. You join up with this other group of hackers, and then granted, the story is just getting started. Where we're out having fun and we're out doing this, and the worlds are colorful. Immediately, it tells you to go to the store and buy clothes. There's all these cool outfits to get, and not cool like I'm in a chicken suit. Like holy shit, this is a really nice suit, or that's a really cool thing. All the outfits look like Tim Gettys outfits in this one store I'm in. I was like, these are all fucking straight up Tim Gettys.
Like
this is what he would wear. It's fun to jump around and have fun and be encouraged to have fun in the game, if that makes sense. Where, like I was telling you when you got here today, like one of the things is they send me out of DedSec headquarters. I go on my first thing, and they're explaining the game to you and like what's happening right now in the story is I've been initiated into this hacker group DedSec in a bunch of quick cutscenes or whatever. Like okay, cool. I have a one night stand. It doesn't matter at all. That's just like setting it up to get us to the Watch Dogs graphic, and we go into the story. But like, I'm hanging out with these other groups of hackers, this other group of hackers. They're cool people. They send me out. The whole thing we're doing is we need to get the DedSec app onto as many people's phones as possible, and that will give us their computing power so we become stronger and we can do more and expand out our thing. We're not doing it against their will. People understand when they, like DedSec's like, this renegade organization. People know what they're doing when they download it. But it's about getting followers. So there's this weird social media commentary on it of like, there's the crazy thing is to go out there to get DedSec's name in the press of, doing this goofy thing or taking this thing down. But then there is, okay, cool. There's these different spots around San Francisco that, you go up and you take a photo of, or you take a photo of yourself with, and then you post them onto the social media thing there. And then you expand out that way. The whole thing, I always thought in both GTA, 4 and GTA 5, the phone was clunky. It didn't feel like a real phone. The phone I'm using in this game feels real, and it's like when it vibrates, it sounds perfect, and it's giving me actual information I need to do. I go into, you can pull up your maps when you're driving, right? Like you have your own MP3 player on there, an app you buy right away for like $3 or whatever, not real money, in-game money. You're driving around, but as you drive around, right, like you'll hear a new song and your phone will vibrate and tell you it's a new thing. So you stop and you pull out your Shazam app, and then that adds it to your things. Like you're collecting songs throughout the world and shit. But then there is the just social media aspect of it. Okay, cool. I'm going to do this and running around doing that. It feels like not the farcical, Los Santos world of GTA, but a more colorful San Francisco, at least for where I am right now. Again, this is all based on 2 hours. Maybe it gets super crazy and all these different things. But running around, doing all these different things, it's fun. For me with Watch Dogs 1, the hacking never felt natural. It never felt fun. Like turning on the lights, turning off the lights, whatever the hell that is, right? I'm surprised by how much I am enjoying moment-to-moment mission gameplay right now. Because like when we went and did the Let's Play, we talk about it all the time, right? And by the way, that Let's Play was sponsored. This is not sponsored. Ubisoft just, gave us the game to talk about. And like we review games. And when we did that Let's Play, though, we just fucked around. We just drove around San Francisco. What does San Francisco look like? How do we interact with different people and do all these different things? What happens to them? Now that I'm actually going through it, I'm surprised at how much fun it is to be this character of Retro and come into a thing and be like, all right, cool. Go up in the camera, see how many people there are, see what I can interact with, fuck it up, come back in after getting shot, figure out, okay, well, if I set both of these traps to explode and I call one guy here and set this one to proximity when it comes through, that stupid little robot car we had that
It jumps around.
Yeah, and they dropped us, whatever, it was 5 hours in the game. We had everything. We know how to use anything. Using that now, we had 15 minutes before the show and I finished a mission. So then it was, I'm going to go find these research things I need and just start clearing the map that way and going over there and getting there. And it's like that. It's one of those good video game mechanics of it's a 3-dimensional puzzle where I pull up and inside that building is what I need, but how the hell do I get up there? Oh, if I hack that, I can go up there, but I go up there and that door's locked. So now I got to follow the line back over there, back down, drop the robot in, go in there. He hacks something it's scratching something that I needed scratched. I you know what I mean? That's the thing with all the shooters I've been playing. I'm not the shooter guy, but I'm just anxious to play something. I want to play stuff, obviously. I want to see what people are talking about. But here we are in a game that I already love the world. I already love the characters. I already love how much fun it is, and it's third person, which is what I want out of my games, obviously, usually.
Yeah, I mean, you're always really big on kind of the open world, third person games, which is a lot of things to collect, the Ubisoft games.
Totally.
And I think that Watch Dogs 2 has a lot riding on it in terms of people talk about Assassin's Creed 1 to 2 and Watch Dogs 1 to 2. There's a lot of expectations there. So it's scratching that itch for you, but do you think that it's going to satisfy the people that are looking for it to fix the problems of the first one?
Hard to say. 2 hours in, I think it has a shot at it. And I think part of that is that I feel, and correct me if I'm wrong, Colin, Tim, that expectations are, if not non-existent, lower for this. I don't think people are looking at this the way they looked at Assassin's Creed 2. I think that it's actually been one of those games that we kept forgetting about. What are the big games coming out? Oh, Gears and Call of Duty. And then somebody would be like, oh, fuck, Watch Dogs 2. Oh, yeah, Watch Dogs 2. Why haven't we seen it? What's going on with that? Where is it? Why aren't we getting more from that? And so I kept saying, after we got burned with Mafia, that I was really looking forward to Watch Dogs 2. We had played enough that I was interested mechanically in it, in the world of it. Was it going to pan out as a game? I don't know. But after 2 hours with it, I want to, I brought my console from home today rather than risk having bad internet here and not being able to download it. I want to play this game when I have all the free time. And it is that thing of it's just something, it sounds so stupid to keep saying, but it's fun. It's a third person open world fun thing where it's not bogged down in I'm Michael and I'm dealing with my shitty kids, or Trevor's crazy and having sex and might have raped that person, or Nico and everything that's going on in Nico's life, right? It is very much whoa, yeah, blah, blah, and we're talking, I think I brought up and then immediately got off of it. But the first thing I told you was the fact that they got there, I went out on a mission, I started doing it, and then I got the next mission popped up and it was hey guys, the new trailer for this movie we all love just dropped. Do you want to come watch it? Yeah, and that became a mission. And you drive back there and you get there and you get a little fun cutscene of them being all right, show me on the laptop. No, laptop. Come sit down. We need good lights. We need good speakers, blah, blah, blah. And you sit down, they all make fun of the trailer, and then they're like, well, I want to go do this. And that leads into a mission about that. But it's not stupid, but it's not super serious, if that makes sense. And I just put up the post not too long ago that got good traction on Twitter, right? About the whole, if you're going to fucking do audio logs in a video game to round out your world, make them play as I go. Game nails that in the way of I'm walking and you can hack anybody you want, and so I'm just hacking strangers and all right, yeah, let me read your text message. You're listening in your phone call, right? And it pops up in a little Dead Space 3-dimensional window that would be my phone or whatever down here, and I can just let go of L1 and keep walking, and the whole conversation plays out. Or I was downstairs and I hacked an iPad, and then it brought up a news video about what's happening in the world and talking about how this I think Congresswoman or whatever just had all of a sudden, got on the bad side of somebody else, and they leaked her records about being transgender or whatever, and it was this huge. But it's just playing as I walk around and explore the environment, and it's not stopping me. It's especially in an open world game where I'm stealing a car and I'm doing this and I'm hacking a light and I'm going there and I'm shazamming the fucking song as I drive. So far, it's all been really, really seamless, and I'm excited to explore the skill tree. That's one of those ones where you get the research points that I was farming before I came in here, jumping in and do I want to put them into combat or hacking or this? Something about the hacking in Watch Dogs 1 just wasn't fun to me. And I gave that, I give that more time than where I am right now with Watch Dogs 2. I want to say I gave it 4 or 5 hours where I was just this game, I see where you're going, but it's not fully cooked. Right now, it seems like they got a really good idea. They have a really good cast of characters, and I'm excited to see what happens with it. And I'm enjoying playing it.
So there's going to be a lot of comparisons to GTA, obviously, with this game. But for me, GTA, I've always enjoyed just kind of running around having fun a lot more in the world than doing the actual missions. But even then, GTA does a really good job, I think, of having its campaign like guide me in a way that is fun and teaches you all the different mechanics and stuff. But then every once in a while, a mission would come up where I'm like, I don't want to do this. I just don't want to do this mission. And Watch Dogs 2, from a lot of the E3 demos that we've seen, like specifically last year's E3.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
There's like the hover thingy.
Exactly. You jump off you're on a crane at one point, but then you come down and it's like a glassed in like campaign office or some shit.
And there's like the drone that you go in with all that.
Yeah.
I was looking at it and it was just like, this is boring. I don't want, like, this is a mission I don't want to do.
Yeah.
Playing through it, are those moments more fun than they seemed?
Well, from what I'm getting out of it, and this is early, like we keep saying, because I'm sure by the time this will post, obviously, but then P.S. I Love You, XOXO, next week on the Tuesday episode, I'm sure I'll be hours into this and have more to say. It really comes off right now as far as how do you want to tackle it? Because for me in that demo, it was always weird to see him slinking around in the campaign office with his gun drawn, right, and popping up and shooting after doing the whole drone thing. And I was like, that doesn't fit what this is. And so without the game beating me over the head with it, I'm not playing that way, right? Like there was a thing where I got in there and, I'm setting off all the traps and I'm setting off my little drone guy and like I'm doing it without it being like, Thief or Dishonored. I'm doing the stealth playthrough and I'm doing it because that's that character to me. And so it's really foreign for me to pull out my gun and like, I shoot somebody. I'm like, oh fuck, right? I just killed somebody. I'm like, did I fail the mission? Oh no, that in that world, this world is fine. It's just, that's not how I'm playing it. So like, I think a good example of it, right, is like I went there, I scoped out this entire area, right? I bopped around the security cams, I set some traps, and then I, went up and dropped the robot car guy, because that's all I have right now. And I drove that around, right? And when it was done, I got in there, I hacked the thing I needed, and he can pick stuff up. So if you're collecting something, the little guy picks it up. And then I, hit the button to come back, and what for me defines the character so far is he's sitting there Indian style on his laptop. You know what I mean? Like that's how I went through. I didn't go through guns blazing. I didn't go through choking people out. Like I distracted them. The first thing I put my research points into was being able to distract them on their phone, so that when I do want to get deeper in, I can get through there. You can electrocute them, stun gun if like in the worst case scenario. But even that so far seems super foreign. I'm sure as we get in, it's going to be, here's this place with 17 people. But even the first real mission of like proving yourself to them, I was doing the stealth route of it. I wasn't going in guns blazing.
The biggest criticism I had when we played that hour or two, whatever, last time was that it was really overwhelming in terms of controls.
Yeah.
There was so much in terms of hacking. Hacking a car is different than hacking a phone, is different than hacking these electrical lines or whatever. In addition to that, there's driving, and then there's the running and the shooting, and then there's the car mechanics, and there was just a lot. And they dropped us in 5 hours in. So
that was the problem. So far, that's not the thing. And it's like, it's for me, it is that moment of like, oh, this is how we should have done that when we didn't know what was going on. And I remember the guy giving me the demo. I think the director was in there talking to me while I was doing it. I kept confusing if I need to hit L1 or R1, right? So I was like fucking everything up and like throwing drones out when I shouldn't be doing that. Right now, they're starting you off so simply where it is like, all right, cool, you can hack it, but you only can steal their money or you can, read their text. It's not like I can get in really nitty gritty yet, but I've, now as I start unlocking the tree, right? Like I didn't have any kind of grenades or anything, or I think, but now I have these ones that distract you, and then I upgraded that again so I could throw it out and like set off like a pulse that knocks everybody out and stuff like that. So so far it's gonna be good. And by the time we get to where we were 5 hours in, and I'm sure even then we were souped up, theoretically I should know what I'm doing. But no, I haven't. Right now, I haven't been driving through the city totally fucking up like we were all the time. You know what I mean? Like it is that thing where I don't even have the ability, yet to shoot the poles out of the ground to like stop cars. Like that's the thing. Like I think right now I can change the lights and I can set off like steam explosions and stuff if I go past one of those steam grates or whatever in the car. So it is that very much training wheels. Let's get you going and get you off and then figure it out.
Always down to get off.
Oh, come on now.
Any thoughts on the game at all?
I haven't played it. I can't bring myself to really be too interested in it. I've somewhat ebbed and flowed. I honestly think that Watch Dogs 2 has missed its window to even be relevant. We'll see if I'm right or wrong, but I think that it's not even necessarily the time in which it's being released, which is November. I think is a safe time to release a game like this. I just think the original Watch Dogs was such a letdown for a lot of people, I think, because it was this, again, game that was overhyped by a lot of media, and people were just excited to see what it was all about, and it just didn't deliver for a lot of people. I mean, I know some people love it, but most people don't. I think that there's just too much other stuff to play. So I'd be really shocked if this game had any sort of resonance at all, and did very well. But like any other game, I hope it does well, and I hope people do enjoy it. But I do think it's going to suffer because of not necessarily what's surrounding it, but again because I just don't think Watch Dogs is a thing.
See,
but maybe I'm wrong.
I think what it's got going for it is that it's different. It isn't another shooter. I'm the third person action guy, right? And it's like, what do I have this fall? I have Batman, which I've played before. I have Tomb Raider, which I've played before. Uncharted, is out for the holiday. But if you're looking for that third person, here's this, game set in, guess Last Guardian down there, but even that's not what this is, right? This open worldy thing. I think this has a chance in a very interesting, different way to kind of have that Dead Island vibe to it, where it's like, oh, hey, this is something. It's not, based on what I'm playing, I'm like, this is a fucking 10, right? But it is, oh, this is a really great third person action game. Well, I didn't expect this right now. This is fun, and if that's what you're looking for, that's what you come for.
Very cool.